Hey everybody, this is Josh from Broken Over Farm. As you can see, I have a welding helmet on. This is just a fashion statement, not an actual utility thing. So, hope I look hot and sexy in it. Actually, no, what I'm doing is I've got this trailer, it's an old resold U-Haul, and it has a tilt bed, as you can tell, tilt bed. And there's a screw that goes down through here and down here, and there's a nut on the bottom. I actually want to do a little improvements, but the screw was getting a bit, I don't know if you can focus on that, a bit rusted out. So I've bought a new piece of thread all. I cut off the T-handle. This thread all fits the nut that's still already down there. The nut may not be in the best shape. I tacked this on ever so briefly. I need to tap it into place a little better. But I'm going to be finishing welding that up real quick, putting it on there, putting the nuts on it that I have, and then I'm going to be cutting that up for to put it back in there. I'll cut it to length. Anyway, so hopefully just replacing that won't take too long. It's a real quick job. One hopes. Because I need to take this trailer back to go pick something up from the house. And it's my little trailer. I don't need a 14-foot, 3.5 ton trailer for anything like that. So, I'm going to grab a hammer. And again, just tapping this. I tapped it on kind of straight. Upper threads don't matter so much. Try to get it this way. Without breaking it. Anyway, I'm going to be throwing the sparks. Hopefully the camera will pick it up good. Remember, don't do what I do. I have no idea what I'm doing. Wire's not feeding. Oh, that's terrible looking. I'll make an attempt to not electrocute myself. Only a cursory attempt, anyhow. All right, try that again. So probably not the greatest weld of all time. I'll clean it up on the bench grinder here in a second, let it cool. But it'll probably hold. I'll have to thread some rod on it. So, all right, back in a bit. Hey everybody, back. So like I said, it's cooled off significantly. It's not perfectly straight, but it's good enough. I'm gonna throw it on here real quick just to take some grind off of it. Because you know, grinder paint makes me the welder I ain't. See if I can figure out how I'm gonna hit this. It's not really going to do much. I just want to knock it down a little bit. That's fine. Then I have a nut. Purpose of this nut's going to be the stop nut. This is going to take me forever. Cue the super high speed stupidness. Amazing how long it takes to put a nut on. And we're going to use this one, and I'm actually going to put a tack on it because I want it to set the height because this has to miss a couple of things over there. I'll show you in a second. So what we're going to do is run this down through, and then mark it where we need to cut it, or I'll probably cut it in the spot, in situ, meaning where it's situated. Simply because that way I can back it out through the existing nut, and if it has any burrs, it'll just take them right off. One hose, and then I can just polish up a little bit. All right, you're coming with me. See if you'll sit up here. Sit there. What are you looking at? Okay. So this will need to drop down through here. You can see I'm already I'm on the way. This is gonna take a minute. Super cute, super high speed nonsense again. Anyway, so I'm gonna put this down. Get an idea. You see how it needs to be above the board here so you can get your fingers under it? About there is actually good. Let me get the marker. So I'm going to have to cut this so I can get it situated properly. Anyway, you want that nut to be above it so you can have some room to work. And then you need to cut it underneath. I mean, you can always screw it down a little further. But I'm going to take off about yay much real quick. And then try and clean up that end. I know this won't work well. Probably not going to work out the best, but you know. Alright, so what I'm doing is I'm going to roll this nut down. So when I cut this, I'm cutting up against a kind of a stop. And then when I grind it, I'm grinding against the stop. But I also want to leave the nut on here so I can pull it off. So, out there. That was the other project today. Watch for that video. Anyway. Battery's dying. Hope we got a good battery. Like I said, I'm gonna. Drunk. Why are you so drunk? Anyway, I'm gonna roll it. I'm gonna throw a quick sand on or grind on it with the fine grinder. Bag it out just a little bit. See, I know this puts a little lip in it, but that's why I left the nut on there. Pick the very hot nut. Throw it out past the end. And now I know the threads will chase. Alright. So I'm going to try and run this down through here. See it sticking out the bottom. I got room up here to deal with this. I can leave it right there. Push this down. Put that like that. Now it doesn't move. I've got 1/4 inch sticking out the bottom. Good solid threads all the way around. All right. Loosen that up. Well, I don't know what to do on this. There. Grab El Marcaro again, because what we're going to do is we're going to take this over to the welder. There we go. To the welder we go. Oh, hit my knee. Put you back a little bit. Make sure the welder doesn't blind every burn everything up. Set that right about where we want it. Before you make that, grab my welding helmet. It's over here. Drop everything on the ground again. Look at my glove. I took it over there. So we're just going to buzz this on real quick. We're going to mutilate it. Oh God. Something just exploded. Anyway. Just gonna throw a quick couple spot welds on this and that'll be about it. Don't set your finger down on the piece of slag. That hurts. Anyway, I'm out of that. That's not even warm. That's all she is to it. Anyway, nothing fancy. It'll sit there. I got some decent penetration all the way around. It looks like not pretty, but it'll sit. So we'll come back over here and see if it'll sit. I want it to. I don't know what I have to look at. Anyway. We're just getting in there. Now it's going to be difficult. I don't think there's that much heat in it. Maybe there is. It's going. Maybe the nut down there is just in trash. My goal in the long term here, actually replace that nut too. We'll have a nut over on the bench, but I don't want to quite get into that today. There you go. Sitting tight, sits pretty. Put the safety fence on, hook screw on, and should hold it on for now. Like I said, that's probably not the best nut down there anymore. You can see how much rust is on it. But I'll probably grind it off. I want to put a piece of pipe down through the middle of this tube where this hole goes in to seal it, so the water just goes out the other side. And then put that new nut on the bottom. But for today, this is what we're doing. Anyway, starting off like ending like I started off with my fashion statement helmet on. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. That's all we're going to do for right now. Talk to you later.